So going further is that in the Kayagata, the aspect here is from where did we start? That is why Buddha keeps on giving that. In the Aganya Sutta, if you see, you started from Abhasara. So the whole idea is to go back there. If at all you want to lead a life, you should go back to your home. And this is not the home. And hence, this is not your body. Okay. So the aspect what he is covering there as Asubha Bhavna is because it somehow has become Shubha Bhavna. It means something very auspicious. Having this body seems to be very auspicious. Having a relationship seems to be very auspicious. Whereas in reality, it's not true. It's the most painful thing is to have this body, and the painful thing is to have a relationship. So then the question comes, is there a person in truth and fact? And the answer is no. So if we are able to let go of it, then the womb existence is closed. So the objective here is cut the womb existence. Because when you take a womb existence, it turns into gross. From some subtle, it becomes gross. And when it becomes gross, it's virtually impossible to go back to subtle. Why? Because consciousness has memory. So it remembers go back to the same place. So every time I look at a woman, I'm wanting to go back to the same place. But that's how it is rewired. So by marriage or by birth, they both mean the same. Because when the wife happens, she will not let go of the husband. When the son is born, the mother doesn't let go of the son. So if you look at the daughter-in-law, mother-in-law fight, it is for that person, actually. And both fight for the same person. One to take custody of him, another to take what? Take him to be my son. How can you pick him up and go? So that poor guy doesn't know whom should he support. Should he support the wife, or should he support the mother? Or should he support both, or should he reject both? That's the equation. So the best way of living is not to get married. Or get married and get divorced in the mind. Otherwise, this is a repetitive process. So you come back, and again you get married. Again you have to let go of your mother, or you have to let go of your wife, or both. So there's no relief. Now the wife will say, how long would you like to stay with your mother and keep on acting like a small child? Little to understand that both are mother only. There's no wife. There's only mother. So it repeats, the cycle repeats itself. So then the person finds comfort in that woman, and then there's children. Then he becomes obligated to the children. And then the story continues. Okay. So with Asubha Bhavana, you are cutting off existence. This existence. So the entire Kayagatāsati is to cut this existence, the current existence, from the mind, and enter into the next existence, which is jhana. so that you don't come back here. You've gone back to your home. So the basic of Brahma Vihara, what we did on that day, last day, is to establish the mind in the Brahma realm so that you don't have to come back here to this existence again. Whether we are born as human or whatever it is, doesn't matter. No matter how much comfort we can develop, how much loving relationship it can be, but doesn't stay. It's a futile attempt, actually. So why don't I divorce? Not physically, mentally. Why don't I cut off? Why don't I separate? And when I separate, that liking, that leaning towards is not going to be there. Because now I see this body is 32 parts, or it has 4 dhatus, or I have done charnel ground. So the interest towards this living is exhausted forever. So those who are physically divorced, either as a wife or husband, it's a good thing. But then they should not recollect their former lives. Gehasita. In fact, he uses that same word, Gehasita. The household interest will be lost, should be lost. Because if it is not lost, consciousness reappears in another womb sooner or later because it remembers. So the objective is to cleanse the mind or the consciousness with all of these impressions so that you don't come back to this existence. So Bobby, you kept on telling me, Vilas ji, I don't want to come back, so you have to really do this, not to reverbalize or redo the same thing of remembrance. If you remember, you get caught. Meaning you can't reject the family, but you can't accept the family also. If you reject, it becomes vibhavatanha. So then again you are getting the same thing. If you like it, it becomes bhavatanha. You want it. And it's karma. So you get the gross physical body. And everything then onwards is gross. So everything is gross. So you have to find food, you have to find shelter, clothing, medicine, comfort, this, that. That's all the grossness is. So when I do this much, now I'm ready for anapanasati. That's the next step. After doing this, after having made the mind calm, now I can do the 16 steps of anapanasati, 4 in each, kayanupassana 4, vedananupassana 4, chittanupassana 4, and dhammanupassana 4. So if you take the first 4, it is dhiga, rasa, to the pasambhayam kaya sankharan is the first 4. Then you take the next 4, it's about Vedana. It's about Sukha Vedana. Okay. So for that, you need to see what is happening, not the sensations, the Vedana portion of it. Then the jhana also comes there. So even if you look at Satipatthana Sutta, he talks about all kind of Vedana. Samisa Sukha, Niramisa Sukha, Samisa Dukkha, Niramisa Dukkha, Samisa Upekha, Niramisa Upekha. So it includes everything. Both the Niramisa is the jhanic and Samisa is the non-jhanic. Okay, so basic aim was to just do this much through breath. Just observe the breath, observe the breath, observe the breath till the breath is completely established on four dimensions: body, then the mental feelings, then the energy centers, then the jhana. Questions? So if you don't have anything, then the after the Vedana, which comes as pleasant, unpleasant, which the mind is noting it, it automatically transforms itself into a jhanic. So from the energy centers, you come into the jhanic. So when you come into the jhanic, you get piti and sukha. So piti will remain for 2 to 3 days, and sukha will remain for the entire week. And you will know that you have attained sukha. It's not a surprise. How do you know it's a sukha? Just like somebody doesn't feel hungry. When you see anything, you don't feel pulled by any object, be it family, be it friends, be it job, be it anything. You feel contented. Not that you will not be there with them, but you're so contented that you don't require anything. That's sukha. That's not upekha yet. That's sukha. And after that, it transforms itself into a literal neutral feeling. That means there is no body pleasure, body pain, mental pleasure, mental pain. That it just seems so nice. Everything flows in a rhythmic pattern. Example, now I'm here in Bangalore. So the same traffic, etc., are going on. Doesn't seem anything. And tomorrow I'm going to Nagpur. Doesn't feel anything. And for the next 10 days, shouldn't feel anything. Not excited of meeting, not unexcited of meeting, not overwhelmed, anything. Just go, sit, be in that state. So that upekha, if I'm able to maintain it, then there is nothing more to be asked. You're ready for either the arupa jhana or being one with oneself. Attahi attano nato. So you are happy with being oneself. If you're alone, you don't feel bored. So you don't require anything now. In the sukha, there is sukha. There is a knowledge, there is sukha. Here, there's a knowledge of upekha. In this regard, I want to tell you something. Number one, consciousness is the knower. Okay. So we need to know that when I say I am, it's just a consciousness. There is no person, just consciousness. And the consciousness knows the neither perception nor non-perception. There's no need for it to learn something. It only needs to know how to remove the hindrance, not learning how to get there. It knows it. So if somebody says that I am aspiring to do something, what I need to understand is there is no person who is aspiring it. The consciousness is figuring out how to do it. That's the right way of understanding. Even though in language we are going to say that I am aspiring to do this. There's no one to aspire. It's just the consciousness trying to figure out. Just like on the road, you have a Google map, you're trying to figure out. So when they made Google Maps or maps, somebody had brought that in the mind. That means the consciousness brought this automation and it created a concept. And that concept got developed into a product. So, concept to cash. It means that you have an idea comes in the mind, then you conceptualize how this would look, then you require some material to try it out. Then you do a proof of concept, then you productize it. So that means from the mental state to the physical state, right? That's how it has gone. Not the other way around. It's not the physical state to mental state. It is from a mental state to a physical state. It means all products which have appeared in the mind. Please understand this. That means mind knows. So it knows how to automate. It knows how to destroy. It knows everything. So basically, you as consciousness trying to work out better way so that when this body breaks, just like a pot would break or any equipment would break, once it breaks, this consciousness can now easily, comfortably get established in that realm of existence based upon its current condition. So, the practice here, what we are doing is to be in that condition right here, right now, not upon death. So, that is the difference between Buddha teaching and others, that you can see this right now. Whatever is your current mental state, is 99% you're going to land there. So, supposing we are in Kayagatāsati, then you are going to be in fourth jhana upon death, or third, or second, or first, whatever, but not in this realm because you already moved out. The mind is in the physical body like this, but mentally it is out of it. Got it? So, that being the case, in Vedananupassana, we have Piti Pati Samvedi, Sukha Pati Samvedi, Chitta Sankhara Pati Samvedi, and Pasambhayan Chitta Sankhara. So, these are the four things what you are going to develop in Anapanasati. Now, you get Piti, joy, then Sukha happens. Then, Chitta Pati Samvedi. That means the aspect of Chitta, the mind, has two things for a Sankhara to appear. One is it is a feeling, one is a perception. So the first thing you notice is the perception that you are in second jhana. So the perception of grossness is removed. And the feeling of grossness is also removed. So Chitta Sankhara Pati Samvedi Assasis Samiti Sikkhati. Chitta Sankhara Pati Samvedi Passasis Samiti Sikkhati. Now what is happening is that this mind is now established in second or third or fourth jhana. Okay. So then chitta sankhara pati samvedi. That means the sankhara gets into pasambhayan. That means it calms down. Just like the in-breath, out-breath slows down in the kaya, the feeling and perceptions calms down in chitta. What does that mean? So when I'm in upekha, there's no need to feel anything, there's no need to perceive anything because I don't want anything. So it's totally calmness. Nothing can, no object can pull the consciousness out of that calm state. That being the fact, it comes to the chittanupassana. Now the mental state itself, watching the mental state, chitta pati samvedi. So the samvedi is samvedana. So what is samvedana of the chitta? The samvedana of the chitta is not of the body. Body is already gone. The samvedana of the chitta, it's a mind itself. Wherever the mind goes, there is a witness going there. So the witness takes over all actions of the mind. And because of that, the pamoja, gladness, abhipamoja is high gladness, very gladdening. Mind is so gladdening that it is an infectious disease to see such a person. Because in that gladness, the other person also cannot have any anger or animosity, etc. He cannot. That person cannot do anything to this gladdening person. It's very gladdened. Because it's just energy, right? So it's simply thing, there's no person there, it's just energy. So if there is gladdening energy, that is very strong energy and it will bite off the negative energy. So it doesn't work. Then the samadhi happens. Samadham chittam. The chitta is in samadhi. Now that's the end of it. Meaning it has established all the four jhanas and is in samadhi. And because the samadhis happened very nicely, vimocha of the mind, that means the defilements are blocked. Vimocha is vimukti, basically means release. So the defilements don't come up. In that, now you can do dhammanupassana as what Buddha explains. Anicca, viraga, nirodha, patinisagga. So once I do this, it's Nibbana. So 4 into 4, 16 steps of Anapana. So we started with Dhiga Rasa, then we came to Sabbakaya Patisamvedi. His whole body is breathing of the energies what we are seeing, either as Bhanga Jnana or whatever it can be called as. So then the body itself, the breath itself is stopped. That means instead of breath, it is just the vibrations. There's no breath. Only just vibrations like this. Nothing else. Then I did Piti, Sukha, Chitta, Sankhara, and the Chitta is calmed down. Then that is Pasambhaya Chitta Sankhara. Then the other four of the Chitta, so Chitta Pati Samvedi. So I know the Samvedana of the Chitta, it's not going anywhere. So the Samadhi happens, Vimocha happens. Yep. And in between, the pamoja happens because you are not getting associated with anything. And the four, anicca, viraga, nirodha, patinisaka. So there ends the Kayagatāsati with anapana, just by looking at the breath. That's it for today. That's a practice from the sutta point of view. I'm done unless you have any questions.
So I just have one question. So what we learned is definitely we have to first go through the Kayagata Sati, come to the jhanic state. I mean, and sorry, do the Brahma Vihara, then we can start the Anapan Sati.
No, you don't have
So
to do Brahma Vihara. Brahma Vihara is required only when the mind is agitated.
okay,
So there are two ways of doing. In fact, there are four ways of doing what is said in the Mahavedala Sutta. It's like this. Now my mind is peaceful. Do I require Brahma Vihara? No, because I'm already in Brahma Vihara. Otherwise, I have to do Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekha. This is one step. Second, or the first starting step, is to understand the breath. And when you understand the breath, you let go of the breath because there's nothing called breath. Breath is just a placeholder, sign, symbol. You drop the symbol. In its place, you get four things. You get kaya, chitta, the energy prana, and jhana. Four things. Okay. When I've established so much, I've already crossed the kaya nupasana. I don't have to really do kaya nupasana again because I've already done kaya nupasana. And this mental feeling of pleasantness, unpleasantness, neutral, vibration, something like that, or free flow. All these are mental feelings. They're not physical. There's no physical to experience that, even though it seems it is happening in the physical. And at Bhanga, there is no physical either. Whoever has experienced Bhanga knows that there's no physicality at all. It's just something going around everywhere. That's all. And in fact, Goenkaji says in a very nice way. He says you put it from left, right, you keep on piercing it, and you'll see that it just breaks open everything. And just the vibration starts. That means there is no physical. There's nothing physical about it. It's just an energy centers getting opened up. So the objective of that scanning in Goenkaji technique is to see the energy centers, energies moving rather than anything else. Okay. So when I see the energies, it changes my perception. And the feeling also is changed. Earlier, my feeling was gross. Now, my feeling is pleasant. Oh, sorry, subtle. Earlier, my perception was this is my body. Now, the perception is this is just particles. That's still a perception. Right? So, there's change in perception. Then, when I get into the jhana, the feeling changes again. The feeling changes to piti, and the perception changes to piti. Because the mind knows, the consciousness knows this is piti, this is joy. It knows sukha, this is happiness or bliss, whatever you want to call. Then there is upekha, equanimity. It knows this is equanimity. Then beyond that, it can even go into the infinite space, infinite consciousness, nothingness, neither perception nor non-perception. It knows. Clear? So I've done this much. So what happened? Kaya Anupassana has happened. Vedana Anupassana has happened. Chitta Anupassana also has happened to a great degree. How? Chitta Pati Samvedi I have seen. That is how this Chitta is transforming in each stages. Right? I'm able to see that. Then this abhipamojya, you feel so gladdened because you have done something which was not possible in the physical state. Now it's only manomaya kaya. There is no physical. There's only mano. There's nothing else. So after that, it is in samadhi. So then it gets vimukta, vimocha. It's liberated. Once it is liberated, it's time to get into vipassana, which is anicca, viraga, nirodha, patinisagga, nibbana. So 16 sure short steps to attain nibbana through breath. So for the first thing is you need to have Kayagatāsati. If that is not possible, then what Buddha has done in that DN22 is to have a Sati Patthana itself, which includes both the portion of Kayagatāsati and everything related to the Kayanupassana, Vedananupassana, Chittanupassana, and Dhammanupassana. So if I am starting today, what should I do? Just watch breath. Should I watch for 1 hour? No hours. Just continue. But where is the time? If somebody asks me that question, do you know you're breathing? I should ask back the same question. Do you know you have a time or you don't have time? Because breath equals life. So you decide whether you want to do something else or you want to watch the breath. Just want to sit and do, but the time is not there. Can you say that? Or do you want to sit somewhere and watch the breath? And that can never happen. If you think you are going to cut, just like what we did in Australia, so people came from across the globe. So we ensured that people don't talk, thanks to Bobby and Shanier. And it was Bobby's way of saying, no talking, Vilasji. Okay, no talking. So noble silence, no mobile, no mobile. So we took mobile. So Ariu and everybody gave their mobile phones, deposited to Bobby. Great. It worked. So the retreat was a success, but the person was a failure. After going back home, it will become the same thing. It's like putting a pipe to the dog's tail, thinking that it will remain straight. As long as the pipe is there, it seems like straightened. And then when you remove the pipe, it again goes back. So my way of seeing things is self-discipline. You can be doing whatever you are doing, it doesn't matter. It's not, I'll cut in the whole year, I'll give 10 days for a retreat. What does that mean? There's nothing like that. There's nothing called as a spiritual life. There's nothing called as family life. There's nothing called as office life. There's nothing called as personal life. Nothing like that. There's no compartmentalization. It's one life. Just life. In that, you decide what you want. And whatever you decide, will manifest. If you think you have a family, okay, enjoy. Do remember, by the night or when you sleep, whenever you sleep, afternoon you sleep or morning you sleep, night you sleep, when you go for a deep sleep, the family is removed. If you say office life, removed. Personal life, removed. Spiritual life, removed. What is there then? Life. That's all. All these are labels. They don't stick. Can anybody have a family life when he's sleeping? Yes, Bobby.
Well, actually, you are saying that the tail will bend when the pipe is removed. So I think that some people have some good experience in that retreat, right? So their tails also will bend, or their because that will remain, right? That whatever.
That stage will remain. It's a good question. Actually, a very nice question. Yeah, that tail that will remain, but they will not proceed further because they'll be happy with that tail getting so much done. That's the reason Buddha said appamadena sampadeta. Because if you are sotapanna and you feel that, oh, okay, done, I'm done, sotapanna. And if you're sakadagami, you say, okay, I'm done with sakadagami. The best state is anagami. So that the objective should be not to come in the womb existence. Do whatever it is, doesn't matter. Don't come into womb existence. Not worth it. No matter you get millions of dollars or millions of pounds, millions of rupees, billions and billions or whatever it is, ultimately you can't take a single million or even a single dollar. Okay, forget dollar, single cent. Forget the cent. You can't even take yourself. So what's the point? What's the point then? No point. So better don't come. So whoever got their pie, their tail slightly better should continue working rather than feeling okay, next retreat, whenever we do in Australia or in US or in India, wherever we do it, I will make sure that I'm there. And with the two teachers, one strict and one lenient.
Yeah, I've sent that photo, whatever we have taken with everyone in the retreat to Aryu. Sorry, to Aaron. And he said, oh, looks like all the retreatants are very happy. And then I was seeing it was the presence of Vilashi made that good smile in everybody's face.
Yeah.
Because, the photo we have taken outside, they were all.
Yeah, all are in smiles.
Yes. Normally in the retreats, everybody is so serious, right?
Yes, constipated. So they would be thinking, oh, I finished my first retreat. Ah, so nice. But it's so good, you know what? So they do the first few days. Seriously, they do the 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening. After 2 months, the morning thing goes away, 1 hour in the evening. After 4 months, the evening thing also goes away, morning anyway went away. Then they say, no, we have to do one thing. Monthly once we have to meet for 1 day retreat. Okay, so we create one WhatsApp group, 1 day retreat. That 1 day we all go. Half of the time will be spent in looking at what food we have brought and all the arrangement is made. Then you sit, watch the breath, then some discussions, and then come back. Then they say every month, at least twice in a month, we should meet. And nobody replies for that because once in a month itself is a impossible thing. Now you're asking me to do twice in a month. It's not going to happen. So that is how that. So then we have to go to the hospital Goenkaji hospital and get ourselves join that hospital for 10 days or 20 days or 30 days or 45 days, 60 days, depending upon our mental issues, stay there and feel happy that, oh, I've achieved something, and do the same thing again. Even then, you can get a Sotapanna stage, that's for sure, not an issue. But if we go by the Buddha, don't come into womb existence again, because that was never anyone's state of mind. It's a horrible thing to have, is to find a womb. So the woman should restrict the mind not to go to the man. The man should restrict the mind not to go to the woman. So the womb will never get produced.
So, just one question.
Yes.
Is there a possibility that again you and Shaniel sir will take a retreat together? Like what happened in Australia?
Already Bobby has booked. I don't know when that is going to happen. Anyway, so we know this will not be only occurrence, only once we do it. So we'll see. And Bobby has put a, what is that? Wish. Both of them should do in India.
That would be great. I mean,
Yeah, I think I truly made that wish because this is where Dhamma originated, right?
yeah.
This is where Buddha's teaching started. So since I think there will be many people benefit there with your definitely both of your wisdom. It's not a bad idea, but I can only wish.
That's a great wish. And in fact, Madhulika, we have already spoken over it, I and Shaniel. We know that this is not the end of it, it is a beginning of it. So there would be many more, because it's like this. We both have a unique combination, and it works better that way. That doesn't mean that I can't do it. I can do it, but somebody who doesn't even smile is better. So one smiley face, one serious face makes things better. But Bobby used to get bored if I don't speak, if I don't smile, and if I'm serious, he's just come and say, Vilas ji, you don't have to be serious. So now in Nagpur, I have to be very serious. So from tomorrow, when I land in airport, till the 9th day, Ziploc. My wife is saying Ziploc.
I think it will be a hard job for you.
No, I think I have developed now after 40 plus days with Shane. I think I can do that. You want to say something? No, you can say. We are done. Okay, but anyway.
Archana ji is feeling any difference, or he is missing the old Vilashi?
No, nothing different.
No difference.
We are very busy, from the past because some.
No, he asked Archana ji, are you Archana?
Sorry. Sorry, Anjana ji.
I heard like that.
I heard. Okay, come. Then you have to come
Sorry,
this side.
Archana. No, it is definitely Anju.
Yeah, Anju. Yeah, no, the past week we are very busy. Like some work was not completed there, so we are going here.
Oh, he's asking a
Difference, yeah, that
you
is
find
why.
a difference.
That's why I'm not able to spend time with him to make out the real difference. But yeah, he has stopped talking more. And even the calls are not too much. And 2-3 calls had come from his students, and it was not, the conversation was not long.
No, you missed another part.
What? Serious.
No,
Huh?
serious is correct.
Food.
Yeah, food.
Yes, food it. Yes. 1 second. Here. I mean, yeah, food. He has come back to his wheat bix. So no idli
Really?
dosa.
So his
And
Vitamix is available in Bangalore.
no, like one pack.
Yeah, he bought one, but after that, after he
Yeah, I
finishes,
think we can order online.
Nine-
We saw it in Amazon.
979 rupees, Bobby.
oh,
And it gets delivered on the same day.
okay.
I didn't know so
That's
many
good.
people eat here.
Oh, really? Okay. I
Aussie
think
food.
So as Shaniel said, so much of time is saving for me also. So I can dedicate that time to something else.
but some of the flavor is missing, right? Vilashi's
No,
flavor.
it's okay. No problem. Even
okay.
he's fine and even we are fine. Like
No, he's asking the flavor, not the food flavor.
huh?
The
He's
you-
always chatting, smile. Yeah, he's always smiling. He's not.
Yeah,
He's not made a serious face.
yeah. I think that is. I think that smile is there.
But you also missed out on the on our daily discourse. Timings of the discourse.
Yeah, that main thing. Yeah, main changes. He has restricted the timing in the night one. He has
Oh,
stick on to that. Like 9 means 9. He's finishing within 9. Yesterday, just there were some questions, so it was 9:15. Otherwise, it's 8:45 to 9. Yeah, so there is some change. So, but I have to still spend some time for him to make out the real thing.
yeah. I think you will understand
Yes.
instantaneously, because of the long association with Vilas.
Yes.
I think nobody
Yeah,
can
and his
understand.
number of words has restricted. Yeah, there is a change. So I think the Nagpur students will find out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So they have to make out now.
Thank you, Vilashi. Definitely, he was making the huge difference in our retreat, and whatever he's experimenting may benefit
Yes.
many people. Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, that should benefit students. That's the main thing.
yeah, correct. They should take it, whatever he's having this amazing wisdom, right? So everybody should
Correct.
value it and take it seriously
Yeah.
and benefit.
So everyone
that's only
needs to benefit from that.
And thank you for being a very supportive wife.
I'm not doing anything great.
No, but definitely, your support is very invaluable. When you see, we are also observing many families, right? And he is very blessed to have
Anything,
you. And
our bit to Dhamma, that's all. That's all.
No, what he's saying is, this was like this. We had this topic. So he keeps on saying that, Vilasji, don't bring your family thing. You don't know what is a family.
Yes, I understand. That is right. Like we are
So,
fortunate that we three think in the same way. Even our son, we don't have any problems from him. Whether it is related to any his education or whatever. Like even for his education, he's okay to say if we cannot afford so much, it's okay. Like he's not that you have to send me here. I want to study this. Even in that way, also he's fine. So we don't have anything to worry at all.
see, I think Vilashi keeps telling to me that if it was not Janaji, he would have left home by now. No, so I think that is a.
No, I think by 2011, I would have been, we would have separated out.
Yeah.
If
So,
I had a wife like my brother's wife, I think 2011 would have been the last time I would have seen anything called as a family. In fact, I would be the first divorced person in the entire family.
Yeah, so I think he's always happy with whatever your support. I can feel that. I'm also a very family person, so I feel that he's so blessed.
And he's very happy of calling you 2 minutes. How are you? What are you doing? All okay. Done.
Even here we talk only so much. And even that is not required here because he will be seeing that I'm fine.
But he will be making sure that he's done it. He will never forget that.
Yes.
Morning.
Yeah, that
Lunchtime,
support is
evening.
that support is always there from him. Whatever he's
Yeah.
doing, wherever he is, that moral support is there with us his support for us.
Yeah, and I told him I was observing him that I personally learned lots from him how to maintain that family relationships
Yes.
by how he manages that. It was very, very important, how you keep
So
even if it
in a
is
family, that is very important. If you have left everything and gone out, that is different. But you are doing all this in a family, that support is required.
He spends only maybe 3 minutes in a total or 5 minutes, entire 3 conversation. But that is very important.
Yes, that is very important. That few minutes.
And also, Anjanaji, it is not one-sided. The way you answers also, it was so sweet. I used to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, she also doesn't like to converse much. In fact, if you leave 3 of us, we each one are in one room. We don't converse. We don't talk. But we want all the 3 to be there. That's all. We see the face. Okay, done.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Nothing like, we have to sit and talk. There's nothing to talk.
It's not that we have to go out. Nothing is there.
It is the mind what is speaking, right?
Exactly.
The mind. The language of the mind.
Language of the mind. I just see her, she sees me, and that's it.
Anyway, this should help others. That's our only aim.
It's already helping many people, and it is this retreat. It proves that that whatever Vilashi's wisdom and Shenier's that commitment to the teaching, it all helps and is helping, and I feel that it is going to help many more people.
Yes.
She had the best time with both of us.
Good, and you are not your contribution is extensively very good. Actually, he was talking at your dedication, your service. It is not easy. Even you have left your family, dedicated to the whole almost all these 40 days, almost a month plus. That is also not easy. And even your family is. We should be that is also amazing. They have given you all the freedom.
Yeah, definitely. She has given me a lot of freedom.
Yes.
But Vilashi, has seen that also.
That is what he was telling about the way you used to clean and all that, the dedication, what you have. That is amazing. He was talking about that.
Oh, thank you, Vilashi. But yeah, definitely, I also got some support from my family.
Your service, actually, it's not easy. Without that, all these things cannot happen.
No, and also Marin and the 2 children have done so much.
Yeah, that is also not. Yeah, it's easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, because he used to be there at this house, and they used to drive another 40 minutes to their home. So
yeah,
it's good.
Because as you said, it is all Dhamma works. Dhamma, all these combinations and everything is happening, and we didn't plan anything, right? So it's just happening.
It should happen. That's all. Always.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anjanaji. Thank you.
We have Lata also in this call.
Oh, okay.
Lata is there.
Lata is there, but no video. Now she'll suddenly come.
Yeah, suddenly come. Hi, Anjana.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, same here.
I didn't want to disturb the flow of whatever you're discussing about the retreat and so on. So,
yeah.
We should have some nice discussion, Ladaji, about Mallus and Kannus.
Yeah, he mentioned one day.
I'm going to tell this to Lada.
Hey, we had a nice talk, and one fun, I think other people have not heard this.
Okay.
One day we have laughed like children.
So what you are talking about, Mallu and...
No.
Interested now.
No, the thing is like this, Lata. This Mallu guy, he thinks he's too smart.
Oh.
Sorry.
He's smart.
He's smart.
Right, yes.
So he told me that all Mallus are smart.
Yeah.
So I was saying, you bloody... So we were having fight kind of thing.
Okay.
Mallu, you spoiled Bangalore and all of that. So So he said, even Lata is a Mallu, please understand.
No, one thing about Mallus are they are very like people who are very united.
Actually, in Virachi, he was saying, Dadaji, he want all the Malayus to be out of Bangalore.
Oh, yeah. You know, sometimes when I came, I think after I came to ABB, there's a lot of, I understand Kannada very well. And many of them don't know that I understand Kannada very well. So they were speaking in Kannada, telling that all these people from outside are coming and spoiling Bangalore and this and that. And after some time, I told, I understand Kannada well. So be careful. I didn't say that. I just only told that so that they know that I understand it. So they keep telling, and sometimes they forget I am from outside Bangalore, and they keep telling, oh, a lot of people come to Bangalore and spoil it, and so on and so. I don't know. Sometimes even when I speak to Germans, I think they also forget that I'm an Indian. So they generally talk about Asia. So and, I get that.
I told Vilashi that Vilashi should have gratitude because Malayus have done a lot of contribution to Bangalore.
Yes.
So anyway, Lata, we had a good time. And one day we had such a nice time that I brought this Mallu. We both were going on a cycle in Brisbane. So we found this big house. And then we wanted to go and do some work because we were wanting a job. So I brought this Mallu. And the job was given that we have to make beds.
Oh.
Okay. And Shaniel showed us how to put the bed because we both,
that I heard.
you heard, right?
I heard that. Yes. You were doing very well, Bobby and Vilas. You didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, and Bobby got the job and I lost the job.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah,
So,
I think you all guys have a very good time. And yesterday I also heard May's what do you say, her experience, and I also heard Mrityunjay's experience. I think he is overcome with emotion, so he's not able to put it properly. But I could understand what he's trying to say. And I was waiting for Eriu to say something, but he didn't say anything.
He's raised hand. Maybe he will say.
Yep.
No, I was intending to ask a question of Lata, how to feel about Vilas change, but I could share a few things. But I mean, maybe after this. Lata, do you see any difference in Vilas before and after the retreat?
Okay, I've not seen him face to face, so
spend time.
So I don't see much of a difference. Only thing is, I guess he has made a resolution to himself that he will speak less and so on, because he branches off. No, you talk one topic, he branches off here and there and go, and then finally will not come to that point again unless and until somebody reminds him. So right now I see that focus is there, meaning yesterday's talk I was hearing and today's talk I was hearing, 3 days I guess. It is focused so that you can follow. Otherwise, if you want to keep it in your, it's not that you have to remember everything, but it has to sink in whatever practices he's telling. So if you go on a different thing, for him it may be clear. For us, you will get lost. I think now he's focused. That I can see. Not branching off somewhere else. He's completely
yes, Lata, that's one thing I did.
That's good, actually.
I think it is not out of compassion also. One thing is, people ask some questions, he will ask.
I understand.
And that will
even in office also is like that. Even if he has a planned meeting, he might forget. If somebody asks for some help, he won't go behind that, and then he completely forget about this.
Very true.
So now I think his focus is good. It will help even more a lot of people. So most of the things, whatever you used to tell me earlier, also it makes sense to me now in the last 3 days actually.
Okay.
Rather than because you are telling focused. Yeah.
Thank you, Lata.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can share. He had a good time actually.
Yeah, I had a good time. I think I didn't have any outlandish experiences, but first of all, I learned meditation. I learned how to balance this attention and awareness. So I learned how to, enter into more absorbed state and not falling off. So that I learned. I'm very happy. And that's one thing. The other thing is I've cleared out a lot of attachment, which as hindrances that I realized these things, the images that kept coming, are some deep attachment. One interesting thing is World of Warcraft. It's a game that I used to play and then play for more than 10 years. And this one town keep on appearing. And for a long time, I didn't know how to deal with it because I couldn't dissemble it. I tried to desymbolize, nothing worked. So one day I was thinking how to create a countersign of that. So I decided to put it on fire. And as soon as the mind ceases on fire, I had a heartbreak. So the tears kept coming and and it's right before lunch, and during lunch I couldn't eat. It's like I lost everything. So I can hardly eat. And then I was like, get a little food, I'm done. And I asked Vilas, what should I do? And he said, dump all this, trash out or something. Dump all the rubbish, or in Australian way maybe. It's crying, and I cried for like around 30 minutes, I think. All the tears for this virtual game town. I think where my spirit probably put as home. So that's where I love the most, as a home in this game. So that attachment was so deep, and I can see how much sadness there is. So I realized how much deep attachment there is. So I started doing all these to my, ex-wife and all this mother, father. And the deepest that I found is my son. Yeah. So that's the deepest one. Then I brought up a dream where I saw him falling to death. So I started bringing that to mind. I started saying goodbye. I seen him being very weak, because one time he was falling down into a pool, and I know he couldn't survive. So I run down in tears and all that in that dream and talked to him, and he was saying he's okay. Right. So in that retreat, I think during walking meditation, so I brought it up. I was seeing him say to me like, "Daddy, I feel cold." So then I started saying to him, I said, "It's okay, Luke. I hope you've done good. I hope you haven't hurt anyone. I hope you create good karma, so you get into a good family, find a good mother, find a good father, get into Dhamma, get liberated. Don't stay in this." So as I was saying it in the mind, the tears kept coming. It's like rain. And I kept sneezing all this on half of my shirt. So I did this, and I did this with many other people. I kept seeing myself departing and have to say goodbye to everyone. I see this helplessness with, despite of how much you love, there's no control over it. You can only wish that they have good fathers and mothers, right? So this attachment, I think, I released a lot. I mean, there'll be residues, but I think at least I start, getting for it. So that's a good thing. I did.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've also been with Vilas for a very, very long time. So it's good.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. It's good. It's a really nice experience.
Yeah, he's past an old student.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. And another thing I didn't mention is that I see how much my earlier life I was, doing a lot of misdeed. Especially I was seeking pleasure in women. Right? I see how that has caused pain, not only for myself but others. Even it's not a very strict relationship, but even then the women are always looking for love while I'm seeking pleasure. So there's a mismatch. There's always a betrayal, even though I don't lie to them and do all this stuff. But still, I see how much hurt it's been doing, and has created my situation of life of losing my father, or even losing my current family. I can see how this karmic relationship, and how I got this father, how I got these friends, and why my mother run into these people who are not good. So I can see a lot of I basically see how a replay of my entire life and how things are happening due to the causing conditions of my habits and inclinations. So that's a good revelation for me. And, I made, repented and make apologies and decided to change, even though I haven't done it or intend to do it, but I haven't cleared it out in a deep way in my conscience. So it's another thing I did. So I think these are main things.
But they are really good at you. You have cleared many things in that 10 days. You have cleared a lot of things. Nice. Especially these attachment things, and especially the women thing, what you said is so true, because that's how you get that kind of families. So now that you're out of it, it's very nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I can see how it's a seeking water in desert, because I was seeking love in these interactions. I was seeking love, but I was seeking love in terms of pleasure. So after getting love, it's not lasting. Then I betrayed it, right? So I want something, but I couldn't get it because it's empty. So I see how it turned out to be repetitive and hurting everyone in the way, and not getting any fruit out of it.
And
So,
I've never seen Aryu weeping so much. So I just left him to weep. So one day he asked me, I'm not able to sit here. I want to go and cry. I said, go out, be on
yeah,
your own. Wherever you
that
want to cry.
Warcraft scene. That's the first thing came up. I didn't know it's a virtual scene. It's just some red land, some red soil with a few houses, when a lake and the bridge. And it's just, what's here? What's here? Turned out it's my home. The music, the feeling I got. Because growing up, I didn't have a very warm family. So apparently my mind decided aim is a nice home for me. So it built a home. So I kept going back there. So once I burned it, it's like I lost my home. So it's a very saddening moment.
Yeah, correct. It's always difficult to let go from the mind, right? Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for Vilas and Janil to create this energy field for these things to come out and be let go of. So I'm very grateful.
Yeah, we had made an energy grid for the people to come and dump all the things. That really worked out well. So we did in both the rooms, one for women side and one for men. So in his house we separated women one corner, men one corner. So we energized the whole place. Anybody can come and dump their trash. And by the evening it's completely burnt.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So we made an energy grid. So the 30 days reaching early made us to create an energy grid throughout his home.
Yeah, I sense that you guys are preparing something before those people come. I didn't know what you are preparing, but okay.
Yeah. So the guinea pig was Bobby. So we used to put him in odd situations and see how it works. It was nice.
Yeah, actually, like I didn't know what is his energy and all those things, but definitely when I came back home, I can feel that huge difference in the energy, whatever in that place and here, it is amazing. I was going into meditative states very easily there, but when I came back, it is not. There is a big difference.
Yeah.
So whatever Vilashi is saying is correct.
Yeah, correct. It's good. Yeah, and I think Shaniel and Vilas is totally different personality, right? Completely different.
Yes, but it just blends.
Yeah, it's completely contrasting. Yes, but it is good.
It's a great combination. Like I keep telling in this one, there is in the suttas, Buddha says there is Sariputta and Mangalayana. He was his greatest disciples. So Sariputta was always interested in people to make them Sotapanna. But Mangalayana would, keep persisting, and then he will make sure that they reach in the higher levels. So Buddha said Sariputta is like a mother, and Mangalayana is like a nurse. So I always feel, the wisdom, because Sariputta was more kind of knowledgeable and, a lot of wisdom and everything. But I think Mangalayana was more onto, austeric practices and all those things. And Sariputta was more into the community, but Mangalayana was always out in the forest and all this. That's what I felt.
Yeah,
something, but they were actually, definitely it was a lot of complementing each other. And since staying with them I was very fortunate for a long time. As Vijayaji said, there is not even one tiny bit of, conflict, even though it is entirely different personalities. No, nothing. And it was like, I was amazed. There can be a lot of differences, if normal people are staying together. But I've never noticed any kind of, mismatches or anything. As a external person, I can see that, but in actual reality, it is not happening.
Yeah, maybe because they don't have the individuality, right? They don't have that sense of individuality or a personal space.
Not at all. We didn't have even a single day. We didn't have. So it was fun, Lata, and one day he saw both of us on the same bed. Actually, he was sleeping down and he was chatting with me. And then he came and slept next to me. So the first impression, what we both got was there's no one there.
Mm.
It was a weird experience that the person is next to you,
It's not there.
but it's not there. So we were both were looking at each other, just nothing happening, right? If another human being comes next to you, you feel something that there's a
Yeah,
person,
because you're always in that non-dual
non-dual state. So
state.
there's nothing we felt, and then he entered. Bobby entered. So it was fun actually.
Yeah. So, I can understand that. Yes. Mm.
I had a lot of fun. Anyway, no,
Yeah. You are lucky to be with them
very,
full time.
very, very
Yeah.
lucky. Yes.
Yes, Arif.
Yeah, I just want to emphasize one thing. I think I already said this, but I think I understand why out of all the people, Buddha named his son Rahula, because that's the deepest attachment.
Yes,
I
that
realized
is the deepest attachment.
it's always the deepest attachment. I checked with Vilas, and he was saying it's because the continuation of existence, hence the kid is always the deeper one. From my experience of trying to eliminate attachment, I realized this. Apparently, it's a deeper one for me.
Yes,
And it's
Rahula. That's the reason it's Rahula.
much deeper than other ones. It literally makes my heart ache for a long time. I was wrapping it, like feel broken, and it's so much pain.
Yeah. That is right. Your attachment to your children is the most
So
strongest.
since Aryu was about this subject, is it that he named Rahula after his enlightenment?
No.
No,
That name?
before.
In the
Because
beginning when he was born.
if he
when he was
found,
born.
no, he found him a obstacle in his path.
So he knew that even that time before his enlightenment.
Yeah, because after he saw the reason for birth, death, and he wanted to go, and he looked at his son who was just born, and he was feeling that, what next? So he named him Rahula. I don't know who heard him saying Rahula. That's a mystery to me, because he went in the
because
night.
he immediately gone, right? So
Yeah, he immediately gone. I don't know from who heard him to be saying he's my Rahula.
Yeah.
But anyway. But Rahula is from the planet Rahu, which is an obstacle. Good. So done, and we meet on 28th.
Okay.